So this was one of the better overseed years in the valley. We finally had some good weather around overseeding. You know, the fall of 2020 was just terrible. Probably one of the worst years for overseeding. And then the good news was that the very next year we had probably one of the best weather years for overseeding. So, you know, you've got good turf density here. What was your seed rate this year, guys?
We had to cut back because of the seed issue, crop issue. We went to 600 pounds an acre.
Okay.
Our normal rate was 700.
Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, that's high. I was at Camelback, did a visit Camelback on Tuesday, I guess it was, and they've done 400 the past few years. I don't know if there's any discussion about seed rates here, but I mean, 600 is a good place to be if you wanted to reduce seed rates. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I'll let you guys decide that. But anyway, I think I've seen courses with lower seed rates do just fine. But anyway, I'll let you guys decide what you want to do there. But you know, if how was transition over here last year, Jose?
It was good. A lot of people thought it wasn't that great because of when we sprayed the manuscript.
Oh yeah.
But we went a little heavy.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a great. We had a lot of Bermuda.
It was the best one I'd seen since I've been here.
We had about 6 weeks.
It was the best one I've seen since I've been here.
Oh really? Okay.
We had 6 weeks where we didn't look great, but by June we probably had the best Bermuda in town when guys were still going through the process.
Yeah.
So
it's April 1st. You've made one app of Sapphire.
We just did
10 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did Sapphire here, 8 ounces, about 10 days ago.
Okay. So at about the 20-day mark, so another 10 days, you should be pretty close to ready for a second application.
We're gonna hit it again.
Yeah. So it should take 3 apps, and then the downside of the Sapphire or the manuscript, it doesn't touch POA annua. So all this lighter colored grass,
This flowery stuff right here.
Yeah,
That's Paul Annual right there.
this annual bluegrass.
Oh
Yeah.
The land of Poana.
Exactly. So that also competes with the Bermuda grass. So you have to see where you're at in mid-May. When you're pretty well transitioned to Bermuda grass, you may consider like a curb application to clean up any lingering ryegrass and kill any POA that's still here. That may or may not be necessary.
Right. We've never had to use it.
Yeah.
If our POA annual issue doesn't get any bigger than we have right now, then I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll play it by ear.
The good news is, you know, there's a lot of Bermuda grass here. It's hard to look at, you know, I often get asked, well, how much Bermuda grass do you think I have? I have no idea. I mean, it's way too hard, and I've done this in research plots. It's too hard to look at a little square and say, well, you've got 50% Bermuda grass. But what I can say is how thick and healthy the rhizomes are underneath. And if you just kind of squeeze this with your fingers, well, you can feel it poking you. You know, if you put your thumb on that, you can feel something poking you, and those are the rhizomes.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's the best way to determine how much Bermuda grass you have is, you know, does it pass the poke test? It's very scientific. But that's, you know, it's a measure of how many the rhizome health. And again, you know, so there's a rhizome that's produced a new leaf right there. So that guy's got to capture sunlight. That's the only way the Bermuda grass is going to get new food down to this rhizome, is that guy is photosynthesizing, capturing sunlight. And to do that, again, the vertical mowing, the Sapphire has been, I mean, I hate to use the word game changer, but that's really what it has been. Courses have gone, TPC Scottsdale, I probably told you this story already, but I'll say it again. My first official visit working with TPC Scottsdale was 2018. I kid you not, there's 25% Bermuda grass on those fairways. It's hard to play golf out there. It was that bad.
And this is like in July, right? Or June?
Yeah, it was the end of June in 2018
all
when I
dirt,
was there.
Mostly
And you know how much
Bermuda.
money they spend there, and the fairways were dirt. The very next year, they started sapphire. They started lowering mowing heights. They increased watering. They increased fertility. All the things that are the right things to do for the Bermuda grass. And they went from an F transition to an A minus, and now they're an A. And that golf course used to be terrible in the summer. They used to cancel tournaments there in the summer. You couldn't play golf out there. And now, it's way better. And there's other stories with that. I like to use TPC Scottsdale because they're charging $350 a round, and they can't compromise aesthetics and the playing experience, right? So for so many years, they focused on growing ryegrass. Oh, we can't disrupt the playing experience. So now with the sapphire, they're able to get both. They're able to do transition, get good transition, and yet still get all that revenue because the place didn't look like crap. Right? We're trying to spread it out.
What are you trying to say, Brian?
So this looks good. There's lots of Bermuda grass here with the sapphire, with the lower mowing heights. The key now is just to keep up with irrigation, as David said, and that's not ideal for a golf perspective. Sometimes you're going to get some wet spots, but that's why you all are here, to communicate that with your golfing buddies and say, hey, look, we're going through transition. The maintenance staff have to overwater a little bit in some cases to get the Bermuda grass to recover. If they don't do that, we're going to have some bare ground in the summer once the ryegrass is dead. So it's just part of the process, a necessary evil of overseeding and transition.